This is just bizarre. I'm currently nearly 8,000 feet up in the Teton Mountains in Wyoming. It's pretty inhospitable stuff out there, just going up a really, really bumpy, steep hill. There are bears out there somewhere. And I'm in a Rolls-Royce. A Rolls-Royce! A Rolls-Royce SUV. I'm sitting in a chair that's as comfortable as anything I've sat in at home, with all the technology that I'm not likely to have at home. And it's a Rolls-Royce. This is the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Rolls-Royce came to the SUV party a little bit late, but it's had the benefit of hindsight. And it's produced an SUV that is pretty good off-road. All you've got to do is press the off-road button. The car raises up, it adjusts the settings, so it's a little bit easier to control off-road. And as Rolls-Royce promised, it's effortless everywhere. This car goes places that normal cars can't, and all the time you're staring down the bonnet at the Spirit of Ecstasy. There's a flying lady going seriously mad places in a really posh car. So the Cullinan can cut it off-road, but let's be honest, that's not where it's going to spend most of its time. It's going to be on the freeways and highways and motorways and autobahns, and also around the posh cities of the world. And be prepared to be surprised again. First of all, okay, you get in. The steering wheel. Now, the steering wheel in a Rolls-Royce is normally this big, tiny, thin thing, but this is a proper, reasonably chunky, I'm told it's the smallest steering wheel that Rolls-Royce has fitted for a very long time, which gives you an indication as to what this car is going to be really good at, and you're not going to expect. Yes, okay, I'm on a straight road, it's reasonably slow, and the Rolls-Royce has its magic carpet ride. It's really comfortable, and it's so quiet you can almost hear your heartbeat. That ride, it's as smooth as a maitre d' in a Michelin-starred restaurant. But what you don't expect is this car actually handles. Okay, let's deal with the stats first. This car will do 0 to 60 in a little over 5 seconds. That's pretty good. You've got 563 brake horsepower and 850 newton meters of torque. But it weighs 2.6 tons. You're never going to get over that. That's always physics. So it feels big, particularly when you're cornering, particularly when you're braking. But this car, hang on, let me just... Oh, that feels good. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was just me going for a little bit of excitement, and nice little engine note there as well. And the gearbox, oh, that is fantastic. Really, really silky. But going around corners, you will not expect a Rolls-Royce to handle like this. This car is the shortest Rolls-Royce in the range currently. It's about the same length still as a Range Rover long wheelbase, but it goes round corners. It's playful. You can have fun with it. And what's more, you can take the kids and the dog in the back as well. Inside, as you would expect, quality is peerless. The finest leathers, really plush carpets, and lots of Rolls-Royce bits and pieces that you would expect. The organ stops that will work the vents. There's plenty of tech in here as well. I really love the digital dials set within chrome ringed surrounds. But this is a Rolls-Royce, again, with a difference. It's family friendly, it's utilitarian. So there's room for 3 people in the back in a beautifully trimmed rear cabin. You've got fold down trays, you've got touch screens that the kids can get their sticky fingers all over, and you can put the dog in the back. If you don't want the dog in the back, you can put the seats down and go to IKEA. Why would somebody who owns a Rolls-Royce go to IKEA? They just wouldn't, would they? Clever stuff. It's all electric, as you would expect. Not only the rear hatch going up electrically, it's split as well, because Rolls-Royce thinks it's easy to get stuff in and out the car that way. But the seats fold down, the headrests move forward, and the seats fold down a little bit further, and you raise a little bit at the back of the floor, so there's a flat floor all the way through. Clever stuff. You don't expect that from Rolls-Royce. Now, there are 2 things I haven't mentioned about the new Rolls-Royce Cullinan. One is the price. Now, this car starts at around £250,000 before you start adding the options on, and you can spend, as I understand it, around £370,000 if you really want to. That's before you go truly bespoke, and you can go to town with something like this. The other thing I haven't mentioned is the styling. Now, you can be the judge of that and leave your comments in the comments section below. All I would say is when you see it in the metal, it's a lot more compact, a lot more graceful than it looks in the pictures, and it might look to you right now. It's imposing. Let's just leave it at that. So, how to summarise it? This is a magnificent, majestical, marvellous motor car. I absolutely love it. I really wasn't expecting to love it quite so much. Yes, it's really, really expensive, but it is the best SUV by far, although you've got to pay for it. Now, the final word I'm going to leave to one guy who just pulled up the side of us as we were in traffic here in Wyoming, and he did this. Apparently, it means the car's cool. And I'd agree, it's one really cool car.